Oh, what are you doing? Oh no.
Hi, my name is Nicole Hendizadeh. I'm the senior culinary producer at Mythical, and I wrote a children's baking book called Bake Up.
Hey, I'm Johnny Cakes, and this is Chefs React. Do you want me to introduce myself first, fully, before I say that?
You made that one unusable.
I think you made that one the one where absolutely.
Oh, okay. Nicole, thank you so much for joining me in my kitchen, in my mansion. Actually, is where we
beautiful.
are. So today's episode is cereal and milk.
Oh my God, I'm so excited.
My mom made me mix this is so toxic, a healthy cereal with a sugar cereal.
Oh no.
Which I would rather just have a bowl of Wheaties than like half Wheaties, half Fruit Loops. It was wacko.
Oh no. Well, I love geriatric mom cereal. Did you know this about me?
Fiber.
Give me Weetabix. Give me grape nuts. That's my SHIT. Can I say bad words? You guys are so much fun. That's my shit.
Now's a good time. Do you want to just go through the Rolodex of curse words straight to camera?
Shit, bitch,
They bleeped all of those out.
That was so riveting.
And one of them was a very upsetting slur. Just kidding. All right, strap in.
Okay.
Don't remember, this is all for fun.
But it's like milk and cereal. How bad can it be? Is it bad?
It's pretty bad.
This is a milk strainer, and it's important because you don't want to have a chunky milk.
Oh! All over the pan, that's gross.
The nut bag. It's just chaotic from the jump. I think as a human being, you understand that big bowl being poured into little thing, no work. You need assistance with either spout or funnel.
With spout or funnel.
This is thing you learn.
This is thing you learn.
The squeezing of the nut bag though, I've done that before, straight from the nut bag udder, I would say. It's a good time, just going like this. So whenever you're making an alternative milk, like an oat milk or an almond milk or something like that, it's a very fine mesh bag where you pour all of your mix in, and then it filters out all of the particles and sediments and stuff like that, and then you get the final like silky, milky product that is able to be drank.
Points to Zach for like figuring that out and like knowing to use that.
Proud of you, Zach.
Making milk from scratch feels very pioneer woman.
Totally.
But it actually isn't like the craziest thing to do. And it's certainly not the hardest thing they've done on Without a Recipe.
Agreed. Whenever I make almond milk at home, my baseline is just like a cup of nuts, bunch of warm water, a date for sweetness, a splash of vanilla paste, and a sprinkle of salt.
Yeah.
That's like my baseline for any sort of nut milk or alternative milk I'm making. So I never even thought about flavoring milk as a concept.
I think for this challenge, if they want to take it to the next level, how are they going to flavor it? How are they going to thematically incorporate it into their cereal?
My creative is a granola cereal with some blueberry in a latte. Oh! I'm not gonna be able to roll this. It's not the right consistency. Let me try it.
Oh.
What have I done?
What are you doing?
Nope.
Oh no.
Granola.
Okay.
So that was an attempt at granola.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think so, yeah. I think he was making granola and rolling it with a rolling pin. Wet granola with a rolling pin. It's so crazy.
You don't use a roller on granola.
No.
You do not do that.
They do, yeah,
No,
they
no,
could be
no.
saying that. Even like a dry dough, if you're gonna roll it out, you need to have some sort of like, either it's gonna be on a silpat or you're gonna sprinkle the top with maybe some flour or something.
To reduce sticking.
Totally.
Yeah.
Like a very wet paste
Correct.
and a rolling pin, like those two things aren't gonna mix.
I feel like, you've seen enough cooking videos growing up that you take the rolling pin and you just dust it with flour, regardless.
But you know what? Well, you and I were probably watching Emerald on
Yeah.
the Food Network. Jared probably wasn't.
Okay.
Jared likes playing video games and like going outside.
Aw, touching grass?
Yeah.
Must be nice.
Yeah.
Why do I have a rolling pin?
Oh, Ash's hair looks great. Ash, your hair looks so healthy.
That's not rollable, it's just juice, basically.
Oh.
But that's okay, because it's called improvising. Oh, this doesn't seem good. This tastes good. It tastes like strawberry mush, which is an expensive thing that you can buy if you're bougie.
So what Ash is doing, I'd forgotten about this. Ash is piping out bits of cereal into like gummy bear molds.
Okay.
Which is actually not a terrible strategy.
Not a bad idea. I think the individual, like attempting to make an individual cereal piece. I think that's a very creative way to do it.
I don't know how highly shaped cereal is made. I would imagine it's pressed.
It's done typically through an extruder or a die, kind of in the same way like pasta is extruded.
And just cut out.
But it's done through a super like high velocity, so you get that puff, if it's a puff. So like something like a Lucky Charm just goes through and they chop it
Yep.
as it goes.
Yep.
Yeah. So that's how like typical puff cereals and stuff like that are made.
Speaking of, I have a question.
What's up?
Why does shaped mac and cheese taste better?
Childlike wonderment.
I don't buy it. I think it
Really?
tastes better. Like if it's SpongeBob in my mouth as opposed to a noodle, I think it's better.
I think it's because SpongeBob has a bunch of nooks and crannies, and the sauce gets stuck in the nook and crannies instead of just the tube.
Right.
So it might be that. It might be just the mouthfeel of the amount of cheesy liquid goodness and noodle that you might be experiencing.
Cool.
Debunked. No such thing as childlike wonderment.
Should you be able to pipe your cereal dough?
All right, these are Jason Voorhees masks. Ew, it's spilling out of the edge. I'm gonna do these trays. I'm gonna start baking these as soon as I have them filled, and then I'm gonna use the rest to make
That's
another
not
batch
bad.
I respect
of
that. I
this.
respect that.
Okay, Ash is maybe functioning at a slightly higher level.
Yes,
than Jared.
yes. So what Ash did was pour all of their filling in there and then scooped it off with an offset, and I thought that was brilliant. Very, very intuitive, very, very smart. I don't
Yes.
have an issue with that. Good job, Ash.
Yes, but the issue I have is that batter. First of all, I can't believe I'm calling cereal batter, but it is batter.
Yes.
It's just so wet.
It is quite wet.
Okay.
It's loosey-goosey.
It's too loosey-goosey. Cereal should never be in the form of like liquid, I would say.
Sometimes it can be. I'm gonna fight
Okay.
with you on
Sorry,
that
sorry,
one.
sorry.
So whenever you make something flaked, you want it to be able to spread out, and then
Okay.
you dehydrate it, and then you break it up into flakes.
Okay, fair.
So some cereals, yes, but other cereals, no.
Fair. But if you were going to make a like
Shape like
shape
that?
like a gummy bear,
I
it's
agree with
it's
you.
to me that is just that's just the wrong.
It's pretty silly. I kind of love the inventiveness of it. I don't know. I'm just a fan of wacky stuff. I'm a wacky girl.
You're right. You're right.
I like wacky stuff.
I'm just gonna throw this on the table and put it in the
Get over this guy's
I'm hoping
granola.
that baking it helps, and I'm hoping that it hardens.
He's hoping that it hardens.
Okay.
Spoiler alert. I don't think it's gonna harden.
Oh man. Oh beans.
Yeah.
This doesn't look anything like
Oh
granola
sweet
in
boy.
any way.
How many minutes?
Yeah, I need to put it in the freezer first.
Oh, you're putting yours in the freezer?
The cereal to cool it down.
Ooh, okay, these look good.
That's smart.
It's not smart. Wait, what's smart? Wait, why is that smart? He's putting icy because it's too warm.
Yeah. He's putting it in the fridge to cool down or freezer to cool down.
Okay, that's fair. I love a freezer.
Yes,
I
me
love
too.
a freezer for my cakes. I take my cakes immediately, 10 minutes out of the oven, wrap them tightly in saran wrap,
Okay.
put them back in the pan, put them in the freezer.
Oh, nice.
It's a trick I learned early on in my baking process to increase the moisture in the cake. It seems counterintuitive. You think cold freezer will dry it out. It actually, because
Seals it?
Yes, because it's so tightly wrapped, the moisture has nowhere to go.
Genius.
Yeah, it's great.
You're so smart. How'd you figure this out?
No, like literally, like probably from your channel.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? Like I learned on YouTube. You know what I'm
cool.
saying?
Yeah.
So Ash is putting his cereal from the oven straight into the freezer,
Right.
which is going to build up the moisture level, which we don't want.
No, you don't want your cereals moist.
No.
No moist cereals.
There you go. Those look good. Those look like cereal. Uh-oh.
Where's the big freezer?
Okay, this is why Marissa's cereal tasted like an earlobe, which, by the way, it felt like, imagine gnawing on an earlobe.
I've done that before.
Right. Imagine that, but it's your cereal.
I would not like that. No, I don't like that.
That's why it tastes. I was wondering how it tasted that bad. Okay, you know how kids are stupid?
Okay, I wouldn't say that,
Sorry.
but okay.
Okay, you know how cats are stupid?
So stupid.
So maybe one cat does something, the other cat says, that's a good idea, I'm gonna do that too. And it's like, neither of you should have been doing
No,
this.
yeah. Is this what's happening?
Marissa's about to follow Ash's lead, which is a bad lead.
Marissa, your eyeshadow looks great, but your intuition needs some work.
What's so crazy about this is they shouldn't be freezing it right now. They should be double baking it like it's biscotti.
So you're so right. You are correct.
It's crazy.
It should be at a low temperature dehydrating so it can get nice and crispy and delicious, not sealing in the moisture like what's happening.
It's so the opposite of what they, like,
Yeah.
imagine doing the opposite of the right thing.
Yes.
Is the name of this show, I
Yes,
guess.
yes.
This just in, I can't hardly believe it, but we
Yes?
actually have a guest, our first guest here on Chefs React, from the show, straight from Without a Recipe season 7. Jared Popkin, ladies and gentlemen.
Yay!
Jared, welcome to the show.
Oh, sorry. Bitch is back, Papa's home.
Sorry is an interesting way to enter because
Papa's home?
you should be.
Papa's home.
We have been watching clips from the cereal episode.
Oh, have we?
Yeah, and I have some questions.
Me too.
Great.
Great. Oh God, what did I make for cereal?
Do you not remember?
Mistakes.
So I believe it was intended to be
Intended.
a blueberry latte
Yeah, that sounds-
granola cereal.
That sounds awesome. It slaps.
And I think you ended up making no latte. You cut the latte out.
Who needs that?
Well, you, if that's
If you're
what
selling a
calling
latte
that.
cereal, I would like a little coffee in my cereal.
You black out in there. And,
Oh.
You know, you go in with a mission and then you come out just happy to survive.
All right, shall we?
We shall.
Strap in.
Okay. Do I have peanut butter?
Are you baking?
Do I have to bake? How do I make granola? Why did I pick granola? I thought this was an easy choice. I should have went with a sandwich. I know that we're supposed to go cereal and milk. I should have just said, no, I'm staying hard fast. I'm making a sandwich. I wish if there's 5 episodes of this, I should have just chosen 5 different ham and cheese sandwiches. Was I wrong to think, is granola easy?
Yeah,
Yes.
granola is easy. It would have been much harder to make cereal, I think.
I agree. I think granola, because you're starting with like an oat base and you can just add a bunch of stuff to it.
Yeah.
It is easier than making a whole entire like dough or batter from scratch and cooking that. So yeah.
So my instincts were right? I'm a genius baker.
But your process was really wrong.
All I'm hearing is I'm a genius baker. I think it's gonna be like a lot of peanut butter. I was going with granola because I feel like I can use almond butter as a paste and then just rub it around with all the other stuff.
Is that it for your oats?
Is that it?
Is that the only oats you added?
I don't want to over oat my
First
eaters.
word of oatmeal is oat.
But you don't want to go too heavy on the oat, not enough on the meal.
I do have to remind you, despite the visuals, he made granola, not oatmeal.
Right.
You know it looks like oatmeal?
Oh, I'm so stupid.
Tricked me.
Oopsie.
You could put dried raspberry, you could have put blueberries, you could have put slivered almonds. Like
Correct,
there's so
correct.
many fun things you can do
Yes.
to add to the bulk.
Okay, so I'm gonna give you a little tip, okay? So
Okay.
remember, 80% more oats,
Lot more.
some fun add-ins, and then also what I like to do is I like to take an egg white and I mix it up and I pour it into the granola mix and then I use my hands to massage it and that way the egg white kind of binds together all of those fun ingredients to the granola and then you get little clusters.
needed a binding agent.
Well, you did peanut butter, but that's not the right binding agent.
Now I know why it was like gloopy.
Oh, is that why?
Yes, because you're adding something that is so much softer and more like liquid.
And not enough rocks.
right.
Rocks.
No, we want Jared on as the idiot, and he's looking like a genius. So as I'm
You thought
claiming
you
to
were
be a
looking-
genius, I am making a terrible mistake. What?
Why?
You're about to tell me,
Call me
right?
grandma 'cause I'm going by eye.
Grandma.
Okay, that's Zach's fault though.
Okay, so I see what's happening.
Saboteur.
You basically didn't make anything. You basically just put peanut butter in a bowl
And baked it.
And baked.
and baked it.
Did I bake it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's peanut butter.
Wait,
It's mostly
Zach
peanut
just
butter.
said it. Did Zach just say it's just peanut butter?
Yes.
Okay, so Zach sees that it's just peanut butter.
Yes, yes.
So it's not even a recipe.
Wait. Okay, explain to me. Okay, so I can't retain my mistakes when I'm in there. I may be able to retain them right here.
Okay.
So explain to me, what could I have done?
So you can't just take a raw ingredient off the shelf, spread it on a baking sheet, and then like bake it and say that's something else.
That actually does make a lot of sense.
Like it's just baked peanut butter, which isn't a thing.
No, you're right.
Okay, so Jared, we have a question from the audience.
Okay.
When you're submitting ideas for the show, how many do you submit? And how many get rejected?
Oh, mostly all of them. I mean, Rachel and I have to email like for like 2 weeks.
So like what kind of things did you suggest for this episode?
I think at first I just wanted to do like a really basic Lucky Charms cereal, but she's like, you have to make something. I think
You asked for pre-made marshmallows.
Yeah, I asked for pre-made marshmallows.
Cheating.
Most things I ask for, I realize are pre-made items.
Right.
And then they're like, you have to cook on this show.
Right.
And then I think it took me like 9 attempts, maybe 9 submissions.
Actually, I saw a text from you that said, I'm so excited to film the season without a recipe. I just looked up a fabulous recipe for like something.
And then everyone got
And
really
then
mad
everyone
at
was
me.
like, no, it's called without a recipe. You're not supposed to look up any recipe.
Let me call a timeout.
Oh,
Let me call a timeout. Let me
Party
call.
foul.
No. I have a question for the audience. How about that? Let's flip the table. Do you really think it's a big deal that I saw the recipe 3 weeks before we even got to the kitchen? Do you really think it helped me?
No, it clearly didn't help you.
It may have gotten in the way.
No, baby.
No.
It didn't get in the way, but it didn't help you.
It gave you an advantage.
If you're not cheating, you're not trying. Did you?
You are cheating.
Oh,
when you
just like
send the-
people think you're cheating on Is It Cake.
Okay.
Oh!
That's not what we're doing here.
Oh, what are we doing here? What are we doing here? Because I'm here to deflect.
Here's the thing.
What?
If Is It Cake was called You're Not Allowed to Use Any Gelatin, you'd be right. It's called Without a Recipe.
Please don't fight, Mommy. Please don't fight, Daddy.
Did you read the recipe?
Shame.
No, I don't read the recipe. I literally copy and paste it over to Rachel. She
I
says
see.
no. I go to a new one. She says no.
So what you're doing, what you're telling me is you're reading the headline like maple bacon donut.
Exactly.
And you're like, I want to make that. Here's the recipe so you know what ingredients I'll
Johnny,
make.
it's hieroglyphics.
Okay.
It's like you're saying, Jared, you cheated on the spelling test with your hieroglyphics.
Okay, I'm actually starting to understand what you're saying.
And I didn't think you cheated on Is It Cake.
Okay, my apologies. I welcomed you to my home and then yelled at you.
No,
That
to be
was
fair,
bad
I
host.
deserved
Mansion.
it. I deserved the yelling.
Okay, all right, let's keep going.
A blueberry latte. Are you forgetting the coffee?
Oh.
What am I gonna make today? Cereal and milk latte.
Dude, our editors are way better than I am at cooking.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm very
To
talented.
make the coffee in this time, Jared.
Oh my God! Oh my
Jared,
God!
there's a coffee maker.
Where?
There's a
There's
coffee
that
maker?
coffee machine. for without
You know
recipe.
when something's lost and it's like right on your table and you've looked everywhere but it's right in front of you?
Yeah.
It's just crazy to me because it's so you could have done. How much time did you have left? It takes a minute.
No, but you have to understand, I have this tradition where I finish early and then
Tradition?
drink
Oh my
Sauvignon
God.
Blanc. Whoa! And
my
I have to have
God.
that time or else I'm not gonna feel good for the judges. I'm a very superstitious guy.
Sounds like you have a problem.
Yeah. Didn't make my coffee.
There's also cold brew.
There's cold brew on the shelf.
Oh, no.
No way. They never leave me anything that easy.
Jared, there was cold brew on the shelf?
I don't know. That shelf is crazy. I try to stay away. That shelf is a wild beast.
Here's the thing.
feel really bad.
Next time you compete on the show, I want you to take the first 30 seconds of your bake to just go through all the ingredients.
Yeah, that's
And I'm gonna
good
say,
piece of advice.
I'll look at the shelf, 30 seconds. This is where I learn. I can't learn from what I learned in there. I know nothing in there. I black out. I can learn from here.
Okay.
This is where I got second place.
You got second.
For third place, Zach.
I totally planned this just this way.
I killed this episode.
You got second place?
No. Hang on. Just before we go down this road.
What were the other cereals like?
Exactly. It
Hey.
was a race. It was a race.
to the bottom, and I can just parachute slower.
Yeah.
You know? And I think that was my strategy going in. Once I realized the latte wasn't coming, it's who can hit the water the slowest.
Right. Nobody did good, so therefore Jared did fine.
Understandable.
You know, Jared, something I've learned
Yeah.
in my time competing, working with other chefs, yada yada. So many people can cook and bake, but so few people can captivate an entire audience of fans like you can.
Agreed.
And I
Oh.
think that is so much more interesting.
Well, thank you.
so
Agreed.
you're a star, even if you are
Thank
a
you.
really terrible baker.
Yeah, pretty
chef.
bad baker, pretty great on camera.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't trade that at all.
Well, thank you so much, Nicole. How was this for you?
I loved every second of this, and I'm so glad I got to meet Jared. You are a menace to society.
That's how I want to be known.
Jared, how was this for you?
Fantastic. Honestly, better than I remember.
Great. Thank you so much for watching. We'll do this all over again next week.